My wife and I were shopping at the mall on a completely normal Saturday afternoon, while I went to the parking lot to bring our car around. She stepped aside near the mall entrance to take a quick phone call. As I reached the parking lot, an older security guard approached me with a serious look on his face. He asked if that was my wife standing near the main entrance. I nodded, assuming she had left something behind or that there was a minor misunderstanding. Then he lowered his voice, leaned in close, and whispered that I needed to come inside and see something immediately. I froze when I saw the security footage, because what was happening on those monitors was completely different from what I thought my life was. My wife Sarah and I had been married for 6 years, and from the outsides, our lives looked picture perfect. We bought a house in a quiet suburban neighborhood, worked stable jobs, and spent our weekends taking care of errands around town. But over the last few months, a strange distance had grown between us. Sarah became guarded with her phone, frequently leaving the room to answer calls or keeping her screen turned down whenever I walked past. Whenever I asked her if everything was okay, she insisted she was just overwhelmed with work projects and stress. I wanted to trust her, so I brushed my doubts aside and tried to give her space. That Saturday was supposed to be a routine outing. We had spent 2 hours browsing stores, picking out home items, and enjoying lunch together. Sarah seemed unusually relaxed, which made me feel like our marriage was finally getting back on track. As we walked out toward the main mall entrance, her phone rang. She checked the screen, looked slightly flustered, and told me to head to the parking garage alone while she answered the call. I told her, no problem, grabbed our shopping bags, and walked out toward the car. I was halfway across the parking deck when an elderly mall security guard named Arthur stepped out from the main security booth. He walked directly toward me with a grave expression. He asked me directly if the woman standing near the glass doors in the pink coat was my wife. I told him yes, and asked if there was a problem. Arthur took a deep breath, looked around the quiet garage, and told me that I really needed to step into the security office to see something on the live feed. He said he had been monitoring the cameras around the entrance for the past 20 minutes and noticed something that felt deeply wrong. My heart pounded as I followed Arthur into the dimly lit security room. He pointed toward a monitor displaying the high-definition camera, focused right on the entrance where Sarah was standing. Instead of talking on the phone, Sarah was handing a thick yellow envelope to a man in a black jacket. The man pulled out a stack of documents and a large sum of cash, handing them directly to my wife. But what sent a wave of shock through my body was the man standing beside him. It was my own brother, David, who I had not spoken to in nearly 2 years after a severe family dispute regarding our late father's inheritance. As I stared at the screen in disbelief, Arthur explained that the security team had noticed this same interaction happening every 2 weeks in different parts of the mall. They initially suspected illegal trading, but after zooming in on the footage today, they realized documents bearing my name and company logo were being exchanged. It turned out Sarah had not been having an affair or managing extra work. She had been secretly collaborating with my estranged brother, selling him confidential business records and personal financial documents from my home office to help him build a fraudulent lawsuit against my firm. I stood there in complete silence, feeling the world crumble around me. The security guard placed a reassuring hand on my shoulder and asked if I wanted him to call the police. I took a deep breath, looked at the monitor one last time, and realized my entire marriage had been built on calculated deception. I turned to Arthur, thanked him for his vigilance, and asked him to save the footage directly to a drive for my legal team. Walking out of that security office, I knew my life would never be the same. The trust I had built over 6 years dissolved in a matter of seconds on a security camera monitor. I walked out to the entrance, looked my wife in the eyes, and quietly told her that we needed to go home and call our lawyers. Truth always finds a way into the light, no matter how carefully someone tries to hide it. In this emotional true story, a routine trip to the shopping mall takes a shocking turn when a security guard approaches a husband with an urgent warning. What starts as a simple phone call near the entrance unfolds into a devastating discovery caught on live camera footage. Watch until the very end to see how a chance encounter with mall security revealed a betrayal that changed everything. True stories. Betrayal story. Security footage story. Relationship drama. Shocking discovery. Storytime. Life-changing moments. Dramatic true story. Mystery uncovered. This video is created for entertainment and storytelling purposes only. Names, locations, and identifying details have been modified to protect the privacy of all individuals involved. What would you have done if you were in my position, standing in that security room? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And please like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more powerful stories every week.